Welcome to Risque Business News. I'm your host, May.
And I'm Laura. And May, what we got today?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so requested by a listener, thanks listener, we are talking about corruption in the most fucked up place for corruption to be, nonprofits.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a poor country.
No, well, that too. Actually, I saw a bunch of instances of things in poor countries, and I kind of was like, we'll keep with the American ones. It's a little too sad.
Yeah. We'll keep it in where it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
All righty.
Enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
Well, Laura, you sent me a very interesting article. Your arch nemesis.
Literally, thank you everybody who has sent this article to me. I felt so popular. I got so many texts. I've never received a New York Times article more. Fuck you, Dan Price.
Yes. Okay. I've never seen someone happier that a sexual assault has happened.
God, I hate him.
So Dan Price, basically he has rape charges out against him, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And, well, the reason the New York Times...
To be clear, we're not thrilled about that. We're just thrilled that
We're
Laura's been proven right.
No, okay. So cut to, if you were a listener months ago, we did a story on Dan Price, and I walked into it. If you don't know who that is, that's the $70,000 minimum wage CEO for Gravity Payments.
Yeah.
And I went into this story being like, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to like this guy. I've seen his posts on LinkedIn, his Twitter shit. Seems like a cool guy. This will be a positive story. God forbid.
Right.
God forbid we say a nice thing about some people. I start researching Dan Price. I start researching some more. He is a horrible person. And I, once again, felt like a fucking idiot for trusting that humans could be good.
No one's good. Are you kidding me?
Not on this podcast.
No.
It's been actually, well, we do cover scandals, but Dan, what the fuck?
So do we know any details about said charges?
So I did read the article because everyone sent it to me, and he's going to court in I think like a month or something like that. So
Okay.
It is alleged charges right now. It's from a lot of women, and it's really sad. I mean, I feel what sucks about it, go listen to the full podcast if you want like the full story on it, but like women have tried to come forward and he's like really silenced them. And I know that like that's always, we've had some interesting scenarios with that. This one was very authentically like his ex-wife did a TED Talk where she didn't even mention his name, but it possibly put him in a bad light, and he had her TED Talk removed.
I do remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has that ever happened before? I'm sure there's other instances.
I don't
in which
know
it's
enough
happened.
about TED. We should talk about TED Talks at some point.
Yeah, we
like,
should.
They seem weird.
They
seem
weird.
Sus.
And they're like such a interesting cadence of how people get on. There's like a certain way that they speak when they get on stage, you know.
Jared Freed just did one.
Really?
Yes.
On what?
I think like dating or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That'd be so. I mean, it's probably a fucking kill room. You don't have to be that funny.
Murdered.
It's like being the best man at a wedding. It's just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Boom. Everyone's like, I've never heard a joke before. So he did that, and then he also, the way he actually started Gravity Payments and the reason he did the $70,000 minimum wage was because of a lawsuit with his brother. So he was trying to screw over his brother, which is why he did this like very altruistic thing in the first place, which like you can argue that why is, the action or the result ended up being a good thing.
Yeah.
But fuck him. And then
but at what cost?
Yeah, what cost? So then he had the rape charges, and then he got fired as CEO from Gravity Payments, like I think it was last week.
Yeah.
So that was why the New York Times article came out, and they did a review
where
they revealed like all of that. And I was like, well, listen, I went on the blog site and the Instagrams, and I found the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I got a little obsessed for a minute.
And you were getting a lot of shit too.
I was.
So fuck you guys. Apologize.
Yeah, apologize or don't. Just like and subscribe.
Just like and
Just
subscribe.
tell a friend if you think I was an asshole.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
If you yelled at Laura or called us fat, you are required. You could do so. Go ahead.
You can, but you must tell 3 friends.
You gotta like and subscribe. You gotta get 3 friends to like and subscribe. That's the rules. Go nuts.
Rules is rules. It's like payment at a bridge, you know?
Call us not funny. Call us ugly.
Whatever you
call
want.
us delusional. Call us stupid. But then you got to tell 3 friends.
Three
We would
friends.
be the most successful podcast ever.
Absolutely. Incels love us.
They do. They
I don't know
really
how that
do.
happened, but here we are.
They're our biggest fans. Well, that is a very interesting little.
I was thrilled.
And it actually
Fuck
lends
that guy.
itself really well to today's topic, which is basically like no good deed goes.
Yeah.
What's it? No good deed goes undone.
Unpunished.
Unpunished.
yeah. This guy's going to maybe jail. So fuck you.
Yeah, totally. Oh my God. You know what I just heard of too, which I didn't realize. I thought that maybe this happened a long time ago and I never heard about it. But the guy from that 70s show is maybe going to jail for raping people.
Which guy?
The
There's a lot of
curly
guys.
head guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, the
oh,
curly
he
head
looks
guy.
like. Oh yikes.
I know.
Fez. No, not Fez.
Not Fez. He's the one who Demi Lovato now has a song out about because that's the 17, 29. He was
Fez?
20. Fez. Yeah.
Oh, so they're all creeps.
Kilmarama or whatever. Justin
Yeah.
Kilmarama? I don't know.
I believe you.
Yeah,
You could
whatever.
literally say
You guys
anything
know
to me.
who we're talking about. But yeah, the other guy, the curly head guy, is like in court
Oh my god.
for 3 rape charges that allegedly happened like during the peak of the show.
Wow.
I know.
loved that show because
Yeah,
it
it was good.
It was great, and it also didn't require cable.
What?
It was on public access or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know. Wait,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
not have cable in your
Well,
house?
My parents didn't have TV. Yeah, famously, we
Yeah.
didn't have TV.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm super cool now and know all the references.
Yeah.
But that 70s show and Everybody Loves Raymond and America's Next Top Model.
Oh my God, what a savage show.
We need to talk about that show.
Yes, we do, because there was a lot of shit that went on in that show. They got
100%.
underpaid, all this stuff, but it has nothing to do with business. But I love it.
Oh, we can
What's
talk
the
about-
modeling industry in general?
We can do the modeling.
Well, no,
Also,
we'll do
I
just-
feel like ANTM was directly responsible for like 45% of eating disorders in women our age.
Yeah.
Because Tyra would just be like, "You're fat" to a woman who was like a size 6 on TV. And she's like, looks gorgeous in the pictures. And we're all like, that's a fat lady. Like,
Yeah.
what? Tyra Banks.
Remember that picture that came out with Jessica Simpson, and she was wearing like a big belt and like high-waisted pants,
Yes.
and everyone's like, she is fucking up lip.
She
and
looked
she's-
amazing.
And then you look back at that photo, I'm like, she's fit. She's
She looked
looking great.
healthy. She looked like
Yeah.
she could actually bear a child. God forbid.
Oh, God's forbidding it.
God has for
In the
Tyra
early
Banks,
2000s?
Nigel Baca.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great show, though.
That
I'll
was
give you
a
I did
great
really
show.
enjoy it.
Watching it back is insane. I think they had an episode where people did blackface.
They did.
I'm serious.
We should rewatch America's. We
Oh my
should
God.
stream watch
On
it.
our Patreon, we'll stream watch ANTM. It literally has zero to do with business. I don't care.
I don't
okay?
care because they got $100,000 contract with what was the modeling agency?
ANTM, or no, that's the name of the show. Ford models.
Something like that. No, I think they did Ford once. Okay,
We'll
anyway,
circle back.
Let us know
Anyway.
if you have interest. We might just do it for us.
Yeah. Oh, that would be. Yeah. Let's just watch that show and then just stream it and see what happens. Our podcast just totally changes now. We exclusively watch. Let's do a separate podcast where we just watch each episode and provide commentary. That would be fun. As 2 girls that are very insecure about
I
bodies.
actually don't hate that idea at all.
I'm thrilled with it.
It's great.
Thrilled. Because you and I famously have tons of free time. But
Just-
yeah,
Yeah, we don't work at all.
never.
Just kidding. We exclusively work.
I exclusively work.
Minus you were actually, quick aside, you just had a lovely real life break.
Real life break, real life vacation.
What?
It's amazing.
How was that?
It was
Cape Cod?
fantastic.
A family?
A family. I was actually on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and
Just
it was
listing beach areas.
yeah,
Nantucket.
was
I don't know. Hamptons.
delightful. So I was there with my sister and her 2 kids and her husband, obviously, and then like a few of their friends had kids like a similar age. So it was a lot of kids, but they're all
Yeah.
like waspy children, are to be seen and not heard kind of children. So it was actually kind of delightful.
They're like,
Yeah.
like doing your laundry.
Yeah, they're like 2 years
So
old, like
well-trained.
quiet, poised.
It's like your Greg face.
Yeah, that is my Greg face. Greggy is
Greg the
quiet
cat.
and poised too.
Yes, he is.
Actually, he's pretty loud. He kind of yells.
He is actually not quiet and poised at all.
No.
He was.
He's
this
very
morning-
clumsy.
So I was watching Greg over the last week.
Greg is my
and
cat, by the
Greg
way, for
cat,
first-time
Maine
listeners.
Coon. He's the size of a human child. Actually,
Yeah.
he's the size of a 2-year-old. And I have this cactus as one of my plants, and I look at the cactus this morning, and his fur is just clumped in it. I was like, what happened here. I was like,
There's a
"Mate,
story.
is Greg okay? Like, has he got puncture wounds? Damn.
He looked fine to
I'm
me.
sure he's fine.
He's very
got
happy.
He's got a protective layer.
He does. Oh my God, what a funny little
He's a good
kid
boy.
he is.
He's a
Yeah.
good boy.
The only other thing I had to talk about before we get into the main story is I saw on Facebook, so it has to be true,
Yes.
that
We're going to just do conspiracy theories and America's Next Top Model
that
reviews.
Amanda Heard has blackmail on Elon Musk. So for our next Elon Musk episode, which I'm sure there will be many,
You know I'm
Look
going to
that
bring you
into.
more.
you're not going to do any more?
I am going to bring you
Oh,
more.
okay, okay,
What do you
you
think
are.
I got to.
I know.
I got to.
This is a very clear and concise podcast. We cover Elon Musk. We cover
Yes.
ANTM.
Yes.
We cover
No,
Real
so-
Housewives quite
Definitely
frequently.
Real Housewives. We literally had a full episode dedicated to it.
And this week we're talking about nonprofits that are corrupt.
Well, that's more on brand.
That's more on brand.
And I just have this Wall Street Journal sitting in front of me just to kind of remind us. Let's just
Anything of note?
actually this one was really funny.
Okay.
So one of the headlines on this Wall Street Journal, which I famously have subscribed to and never opened, Moderna sues rivals over shot patent. So Moderna and Pfizer are suing biotech or something like that
Okay.
over saying that their vaccine for COVID was using the same patent that they had. So now they're going to court over it.
Oh.
Which, like, that makes me super convinced that I want to get that one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm
yeah.
like, oh, wow, that one actually maybe works. They're actually like, no one is calling Johnson & Johnson.
No.
And it's like, you used our stuff, actually.
you actually you got
Oh,
Johnson &
I got
Johnson.
the back alley Johnson & Johnson.
You did.
Yeah.
I wonder what that
That's
means.
why I got COVID a couple times.
Yeah, the U.S. government was trying to kill you off. That's what it means.
Absolutely.
We're
And
going to get
I
banned off
came back-
YouTube if we keep this
That's
conversation
true.
going.
Yeah, we're going to get the like little thing on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I definitely got COVID more than once. So thank you,
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson.
Nice.
That super was just salt water. I'm pretty sure that was just
Yeah,
a saline solution.
That's what my booster was a saline solution.
Yeah, just a little runoff.
Yeah.
Shut
I remember
that up.
after I got my booster, I kept like having trouble breathing. Remember that?
Yes.
And like, it's just panic attacks. Because on Martha's Vineyard, let me tell you something. I was breathing wonderfully.
Yeah.
I breathed beautifully.
Also, that's how hard we work. May's over here just having calm, quiet panic attacks, and it's just like, I just can't breathe. So
I was like, my throat is closing. That's so weird. It must be the fucking booster shot. That's a saline
Moderna's
solution.
like, no, that's you need to go to a doctor for your brain.
Yeah. Also, I got my saline shot booster at CVS, and they did not ask for any information. They did
No.
not ask to see my first 2 shots or anything
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
they're just
so
like, keep it moving.
they were like, keep it moving. This is saline solution.
Yeah, we have a gallon of it in the back. We don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you think? They're special? You think we're gonna give you the real shit?
This is simple syrup that we got at the bar next door. Ma'am. Okay. All right. So you ready for the real
Let's get into it.
story? Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about some nonprofit corruption. So I found this little anecdote that I thought was interesting because at the top of one of these articles, it was like a lot of people to do good, a lot of people do bad,
Yeah,
and like vice versa. That's why like,
Dan Price.
right. We were talking about before we started this podcast that like a lot of people that are into kids, they do some charitable things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I feel like, do you think it's just because they feel guilty? Like there's like this
Maybe.
weird like Catholic guilt kind of a.
yeah, they
you
got to
know?
like even it out.
Yeah, they're
you
like
know.
their version of Hail Marys is like, I'll start a nonprofit, but I'll still diddle kids.
I'll use that nonprofit to diddle some kids,
Yes,
maybe.
Absolutely, it's a direct pathway depending on the nonprofit.
Right? Exactly. So anyway,
You
so
needed to be there, guys.
um,
We'll get into it. They're like, why are they talking about that now?
So we're going to get into some charities that similarly to those famous people I just talked about, there's some good things about them and then there's some really bad things about them.
Okay.
So the first charity we will be talking about is a charity out of Florida. A lot of these are from Florida, actually.
I'm sure Florida is just doing whatever it wants at all
Sketchy.
times.
So it is called the Kids Wish Network. You'll notice it sounds very similar to Make-A-Wish. Who actually sued them later on because they had to change their name from something else that was like even more similar, and that is a tactic a lot of shady like fake charities will do is that they'll be something super similar to a real one, and then people will donate to it.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
I
that's
know.
so fucked.
It's so fucked, especially when we're talking about kids that are dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a 501c3, which is like a legitimate nonprofit organization that
But
grants.
isn't that really easy to
It
like?
is, yeah.
Okay.
It is extremely easy.
We're a 501(c)(3).
yeah. Risque Business News is a 501c.
You can definitely send your dollars tax-free to our ANTM streaming service.
But it grants wishes to children, obviously, with life-threatening medical conditions. And so from their website, it's like wishing opens the mind of a child and gets them thinking about what they want to achieve in their future and what that could look like. It only takes one wish to create a burst of positivity. No matter how impossible circumstances may seem, when a child's wish comes true, they begin to believe that anything is possible. One wish is all it takes to change a child's outlook and bring hope for the future.
I think that's like an Ariana Grande song.
One
do
wish,
it.
one wish.
One wish is all it takes to make your
know.
child believe.
That he can survive even though he has stage 4 leukemia. Oy, Maron. It's so sad. So then it has like a big donate button. It's like, help us make more wishes come true.
God, it's always like the Vegas shit too.
I know.
Like, seeing Bon Jovi's not gonna save this kid at all.
No.
I don't know what to tell you. Make him happy.
It'll make him happy though. That's
That's
nice.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
God, how sad is that? Oof,
Yeah.
Maron. Anyway.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah. So it was founded in 1997 as the Fulfill a Wish Foundation by this guy named Mark Brenner and his wife Shirley Brenner and Shirley's mother Barbara Askin in honor of Shelley's father who died of cancer. That's the even more fucked up thing is that they're taking advantage of these kids with cancer when they knew someone close to them who passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, not that wouldn't be fucked up if anybody did that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. But even more so, they were like, this was a close thing to me. I know how hard it is for a family. Double down. They'll be weak and susceptible. Go for the jugular.
Brutal. And then in 1998, the company's name was changed to Kids Wish Network as part of a settlement after Make-A-Wish Foundation sued the organization.
Okay.
So basically, they help kids between the ages of 3 and 18 that have to overcome life-altering circumstances, blah, blah, blah. In 2004, it had granted 143 wishes, and in 2013, it granted 800 wishes. But in other cases, parents have accused the organization of exploiting their children to generate money without actually providing any benefit to the child. Woof.
Oh. What is that? Exploiting? So, like, putting them on, like, the pamphlet and just being like,
And being
"This
like,
kid,
look at this fucking bitch. She's about to croak any second.
She wants to go to Disneyland. And she's like, I never went to Disneyland.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also here. We're in Florida.
We're in Florida.
It's pretty easy.
Stop trying to make me go to Disneyland. I'm very ill.
Never asked for that.
But yeah, so like using the kids' images and stuff and then not actually
doing
doing
anything for them.
the kid. Yeah.
It's kind of like when a startup company wants to talk about diversity. So they take like their one person of color or woman.
And it's everywhere.
And you're just
colleges too.
but you guys kind of don't like us.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah. That's a mud on. I saw some TikTok where there was a girl and she was like made the diversity like photo shoot at my college or whatever. It was like her and her like friends that were all different ethnicities.
In every
So
picture.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of the pictures. Every conference I go to, because I work in cybersecurity.
Oh, because you're a woman. I was like, why the hell are you in
Yeah.
the pictures?
Part German. May? How dare. I'm the daughter of an immigrant. So it's technically true.
That's technically true.
It's technically true. No, because I'm a woman, I'm always the only lady there. I'm just
Yeah.
like, hi.
That's
Hello
so funny.
again. Person with the camera who might be the only other woman there.
That's hilarious.
She's in charge of taking the pictures.
Yep. Okay, so actually some wishes have been granted over the years. Brad Paisley.
So this place wasn't complete shit.
Not complete shit. So it was professional wrestler John Cena, Keisha Cole, an NFL coach John Gruden, country singer Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a big wish.
And the Green
But
Bay
they
Packers.
were still calling her a country singer, so it must have been early in her career.
Yeah, I think so. But then, so every year it raises millions of dollars in donations in the name of dying children and their families. It also operates from a metal warehouse behind a gas station in Holiday, Florida.
I guess why not? Like, what do you really need in terms of infrastructure beyond like some internet?
Yeah, I guess.
But that's really funny.
It is funny.
It's like we're also a meth den.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these guys want wishes too.
Oh god.
Sorry. Too far? Okay.
Most of the rest of like the infrastructure and like where they're getting all this money, it's just going to enrich the charities operators for the for-profit companies Kids Wish hires to drum up donations. So they're like investing in these telemarketing services basically to call people.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you explain that again? So there's a for-profit component to this company?
I guess so.
That feels weird.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely weird. So in the past decade alone, Kids Wish has channeled nearly $110 million donated for sick children to its corporate solicitors. So an additional $4.8 million has gone to pay the charity's founder and his own consulting firms. So apparently no charity in the nation has siphoned more money away from the needy over a longer period of time.
I mean, it's kind of cool that they won some sort of award. You know? If you're gonna be bad, like be the worst. Is what I'm saying.
That's true. If you're gonna be bad, be bad.
Be bad, and that's really bad.
Yeah,
they're like
true.
No one is worse at giving money to sick kids.
Yeah, we collect it. We just don't give it to them.
We will never give it to them. You can rely on us. No dollar. We'll go to
dollars. We refuse to pay medical bills. We refuse to do
We'll
anything.
make the promises, though. Don't you worry.
Oh, yeah. And then they died, and we're like, okay, thank God. I couldn't get Taylor Swift's
another
manager.
Another one down.
Yeah, I couldn't get the manager on the line.
All right, well, Florida for you.
Okay. So it's all a part of like a larger problem with charities, though. So it's not an isolated case. Basically, there was a year-long investigation by the Tampa Bay Times and the Center for Investigative Reporting. And
you know that's a hard-hitting case group right there.
Yeah, right.
Tampa Bay Times is getting to the truth.
Oh, they're getting to the truth.
They're known. What is also, by the way, Tampa, again, I think every single week now we've talked about Tampa. This is like the 5th week in a row.
It's hot. It's up and coming.
Up and coming.
Oh, yeah.
Giselle? Tom Brady?
Tom Brady looked weird in a press conference recently. Have you seen this? Oh my God, he looked so weird.
Like what way?
Let me just pull this up because it's actually like jarring.
Okay.
I'm like, Tom Brady looking weird.
Tom Brady bad. Yeah. Like he looked bad or like he just
Tom Brady press conference. Maybe this is it. Yeah, this is it. Look how weird
he's looking a little closer to Frankenstein every day.
Yeah, he looks
I mean?
bad. The man looks bad.
He looks more like Giselle.
Right? I was gonna say he started doing meth in Florida.
No, his
like cheeks are gone.
Yeah, if he was a woman, like the cheeks and like that, I'm like kind of high fashion.
Maybe he has started with a new face, that little device you use.
It's really effective.
It is really effective.
Yeah.
I haven't been using it. I don't know why. I'm like so obsessed with my appearance from the wedding, and I'm like, let me just ignore it until a week before. And I'm like, maybe if I new face for 2 fucking seconds,
do like
I'll have a new
facial,
face.
Your face is bright red. You're like,
I know, right?
Oh shit. All right, we're gonna get you on a plan.
Oy, Maron. All right, but anyway, so apparently the Tampa Bay Times, the very notable and highly regarded Tampa Bay Times, they identified nearly 6,000 charities that have chosen to pay for-profit companies to raise their donations. So they've been paying these outside companies, basically.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? I don't even know if I
Wait, hold on. Have chosen to pay for-profit companies to raise their donations. Oh, okay. So they're hiring profits. They're companies that are just normal companies.
Yeah.
And they're like, you get like a component of that in order to raise donations for us.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a sales team.
Yeah. Kinda.
And then they get like they get compensated and they make money.
Yeah.
Off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reporters took a look. They looked at all of these different charities, and they put together America's 50 worst charities based on the money that they diverted to boiler room operations and other solicitors over a decade.
They're cold callers.
Yeah.
So it's the cold calling team is making money.
Right.
And
the kids
it's really
are not.
easy to sell dead dying kids.
Yeah, especially to like old people. I feel like old people are getting rooked in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should definitely discuss at some point all the different scams directly for old people because it's like fucked up.
I know. Why are old people? You would think that
they don't know better.
I know, but why not? They've been living for way longer than we have.
That's
They're
true.
old people.
I feel like it's this one generation specifically that's going to be really susceptible to this. I'm saying this like in like when we're old, it'll be like AI is like calling us directly to our brain chips or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was Mark Zuckerberg himself. Like, you know,
right.
They're like, no, it's obviously not. That was your AI fooling you again, Laura. But
your robot that you have sex with or whatever.
Exactly. And like I thought it was like the real one.
Oh my God. I read somewhere that they're like developing these robots to keep old people company.
I mean, we have that with video games.
Yeah, but like they would have somebody like sit next to them and like make them breakfast. How sad is that?
Technology, if it works, I guess.
I
Guys,
know.
we're getting closer and closer to WALL-E.
I know. Oh my God, how sad was that?
I know.
Oy, maron. All right. So anyway, these nonprofits adopt popular
old people.
Yeah, so they adopt these like super popular causes, dying kids, cancer, that kind of stuff. And they mimic well-known charity names that fool donors. Then they rake in cash year after year, which is fucked up. So among the findings of this study, so the 50 worst charities in America devote less than 4% of donations raised to direct cash aid. Some charities were given even less. Over a decade, one diabetes charity raised $14 million and gave about $10,000 to patients.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's a hell of a balance sheet. That's like, this is again, we've been talking about this, but people are just so bold.
I know.
Like my initial response to that is impressed.
Yeah.
You know, like, the gall.
Oh, it's
to be like, hey, I'm going to raise $14 million and I accidentally gave 10 grand to someone who need. Whoops. Because I meant to take it all. I would not, you know.
Yeah, what's the difference at that point?
It really is a rounding error.
But actually, 6 of these charities spent no cash whatsoever on their cause.
Exactly. They did it right. You know, like they were like, we had never had any. We were stealing. It's called stealing.
We're
stealing.
Crazy.
Tax-free stealing.
So next,
who the fuck is giving them these what is it called,
501c3s?
501c,
the government.
What group is checking that out? Because it sounds like they are fired. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds like fired.
I don't know. So next finding is that even as they plead for financial support, operators at many of the 50 worst charities have lied to donors about where their money goes, taken multiple salaries, secretly paid themselves consulting fees, or arranged fundraising contracts with friends. One cancer charity paid a company owned by the president's son nearly $18 million over 8 years to solicit funds. A medical charity paid its biggest research grant to its president's own for-profit company. How crazy is that?
I mean, that makes me sad, but I'm also not surprised.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is Sarah McLachlan real? That one's got to be real.
Yeah, the ones with the dogs and the cats.
They can keep my money. Honestly, they do a great job.
Do they?
No, just telling me that it's bad.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They can just keep the money.
All right.
That was bad. That makes me feel bad enough that I'm like, you've earned it. You know what I mean? You did a great job yanking tears out of my face.
Yeah. That's insane. Okay, so the next finding. So some nonprofits are little more than fronts for fundraising companies, which bankroll their startup costs, lock them into exclusive contracts at exorbitant rates, and even drive the charities into debt. So Florida-based Project Cure has raised more than $65 million since 1998, but every year has wound up owing its fundraiser more than it actually raised. So according to its latest financial filing, the nonprofit is $3 million in debt.
How does a charity even get in debt?
I don't know.
Like, what?
Crazy.
This sounds like a way to launder money. Also.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it really has all Panama Papers written all over it.
Well, actually, later on, I'll talk about some of the main players that have done some fucked up shit in the charity world. And I read some article. There was like a bunch of situations where there's like all these scandals about like related to charity, and one was like the Panama Papers, and I was like, okay, that's like a whole fucking
Yeah, that's its own. Just know that
That's
that's
its own thing.
included. Also,
Yeah.
did they really try to write those off as charities? Some of
I
them.
don't even actually know much about the Panama Papers.
Well-
I just know that's like super complex. So I was like, I'm not gonna go there
I'll
because
do
I
it
don't
at
know
some
what the
point.
fuck.
I'll dig in. I probably should buy a book on it and read the book.
Yeah, because that
Oh.
is like
Reading. Just kidding,
reading.
reading all the time. Just
Also,
emails.
the Panama Papers, that would be a boring ass read, though, don't you think? It'd be really
Well, I don't want
complex.
to read the Panama Papers, but a book on it and
Oh,
like
a book
talking about
on
like
it. Yeah,
you know
yeah,
like
yeah.
someone who like did the reading and then
Right.
like called people or whatever.
Right.
Like did like a like research. you
Yeah.
know?
What's
Like
that?
journalism.
No, but that would. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely that actually should be. I'm not doing it this week or for the next week because that's gonna require more than 1 week of prep.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll add that to the list. A
Okay.
little fun summer read.
All right. Cool.
We go to the shore. I'm just reading the Panama Papers.
Oh my
on the
God.
beach.
We're going to the shore this weekend.
Jersey Shore.
That'll be insane.
People are like
Yeah.
Jersey boys. I'm like,
It is like everything it seems like it is. It is like a gross place.
I'm excited. I've never
Yeah.
been.
Well, lower those expectations because it is.
If it's not MTV's Jersey Shore,
It will be.
I want to be horrified the whole
Yeah.
time. I can't wait. Perfect.
It's not bad. I mean, they have some good restaurants and stuff, but
No, they cannot.
okay.
It's got to be just Bud Light or no, like Jaeger bombs, Four Locos.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on
Locos.
having any of those things, but I want them to be surrounding me.
Yeah, I want them to be there. I just don't. I'm not gonna
I'm not gonna have those.
drink one. I'm
No.
not
No,
insane.
I'm not trying to kill myself.
Yeah.
I'm not in college anymore.
Yeah. We'll do shrooms instead.
Exactly.
Okay, so to disguise the meager amount of money that reaches those in need, charities use accounting tricks and inflate the value of donated dollar store cast-off snack cakes and air fresheners. What?
So
that they give to dying patients and homeless veterans. Oh.
So they're like, these zebra cakes cost $25.
Oh,
and you
shit.
had 40 of them. Gross.
Zebra cakes were so good. They were delicious.
Oh, but it is like when you go to the hospital and they give you an ibuprofen and you're like, that was $15.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Mhm.
Maybe the whole medical
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
is
I don't know if you've heard. But healthcare.
kind of a scam.
Yeah.
Wow,
very
that's
much
crazy.
a scam. They're really going the nonprofit route.
Yeah, that's insane. So basically, the Tampa Bay Times, they called leaders of all of the 50 charities, and they obviously were like, we're not talking to you. Most of them declined to answer any questions unless they would only speak through an attorney. Approached in person, one charity manager threatened to call the police. Another one refused to open the door. A third charity's president took off in his truck at the sight of a reporter with a camera.
Oh, my God.
That's funny.
That is very funny. Those would be like good people for like a TV show.
Yeah.
I want to watch a reality TV show on these nonprofits.
Yeah.
You know, keeping up with the
But the office dynamics.
513C.
Yeah. I bet the office dynamics are crazy because there's
Absolutely.
obviously people that went there to try to do actual good stuff and then realized pretty quickly it's just all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's all just like a big accounting scam to
Yeah.
raise money for them.
I saw I should have included this in my notes to have specific information, but it was basically like 70% of people that work at nonprofits are women, and like 2% make up their actual like executive board. It's like that
Classic.
kind of thing.
And that's the thing is that they go in like wanting to do good, I'm sure.
right.
And I'm sure, don't get me wrong, some charities are legit.
No, they are. They
I
are.
know,
They are.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, please,
Some of them are
please
legit.
tell me some are normal. But it's just an easy way to, you put Sarah McLachlan out there, I'm going to cry and give you some money and,
Yeah,
you go home. I'm not checking up on it.
I know.
Remember like when you, did your family ever do like the sponsor a kid thing?
I don't think that they did. I remember asking my mom all the time to sponsor a kid.
Oh,
and,
good for you.
And she was like, I think that she maybe thought it was a scam or something. So
Well,
she
that's what I'm wondering now because we did it like a couple different times. It was like,
yeah.
they were like, for the price of a coffee a month, you could get
Right.
sponsor a kid and wherever. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay. So my parents did it a few times and the kids would like write us letters.
Oh, maybe
But
it
I'm
was
like-
someone else.
I know. I'm like, no, I'm not calling I'm not, there's never a communication.
How was the English?
terrible, but like,
Oh,
I mean,
but
it would actually be like translated.
Oh, okay.
You know
okay,
what I
okay.
mean? Like, I remember specifically we got one card where the kid had written some attempt. Sure. If this was the actual kid, I'm just like shitting on him. I'm like, it was bad. You did a bad job.
He's like, it's my second language,
Jesus
bitch.
Christ. Yeah, I live in fucking you. 1 cup of coffee a month is not great English classes, idiot.
I live in
Maybe get a
Rwanda.
latte and then like,
That's hilarious.
we'll level it up on the grammar. But I remember even as a kid just being like, is this real?
Yeah, it's like when you get letters from Santa
Yeah, I felt
as a kid.
the children came from India felt very letters to Santa kind of vibes.
That's so funny.
Same,
Yeah, my
same
mom was
thing.
a cold, heartless bitch. She was like, I never go to Starbucks. I can't afford it. I make my coffee at home, and that's how I pay for the mortgage.
She's like, I don't get a cup of coffee a month. Why do the kids in India get one?
Yeah. Like. All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, we sponsored a couple kids.
Word. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Habitat for Humanity real quick.
Oh
which is
no,
like,
are they not good?
No, they're okay.
But did they just fuck up a couple times?
Yeah, they just fucked up
Please
a couple
don't
times. I think.
Habitat for Humanity for me. Go ahead.
Oh wait, no, sorry. We're not going to move on to that. That was the next section that had nothing to do with Habitat for Humanity. Sorry. Okay.
Oh my God, thank God. So they're good.
They're good.
Okay.
Okay, so collectively, the 50 worst charities, nothing to
Okay.
do with Habitat for Humanity, raised more than $1.3 billion over the past decade and paid nearly $1 billion of that directly to the companies to raise their donations. If that money had gone to charity, it would have been enough to build 20,000 Habitat for Humanity homes, 7 million wheelchairs, or pay for mammograms for nearly 10 million uninsured women. Instead, it did not.
Instead, it bought the truck for that guy to peel out of the
Right.
meth house in Florida, running away from the reporters with cameras.
So instead, I went to this
The
other
Tampa
place
Times.
called the Youth Development Fund, which is another one that we'll talk about.
Okay.
So this is a Tennessee charity, and it came in at number 12. And it's been around for about 30 years. That's the thing. I'm like, how does this go unchecked
That's
for
what I'm
30 years? I'm
saying.
like, go to jail.
Go to jail. Someone at the government. Isn't this why we have, like, how is the IRS truly going to come and audit our asses and this shit 30 years?
I know.
Someone call them and be
They
like, hey,
must-
stop it.
That's insane. Yeah. Hey, cool it.
Cool it.
Hey, watch out.
Hey, no more.
Meanwhile, when I was a waitress and I like fucked up on my taxes, they kept sending me mail for like the $50 fucking I
Yeah.
owed the IRS. I was going to go to jail. I was going to go
There
to
you
the
go.
big house.
Yeah, we're going to go to the big house.
That was my mom's big joke. May's going to the big house. Most unintentionally hilarious woman in the world.
She's great. But then meanwhile, these groups are just stealing money openly.
Openly.
They're like, we're not going to pay taxes at all, but we will give you this form saying we don't have to.
And they're like, great.
Are we good?
Yeah, they're like, but we're the Youth Development Fund.
They're like,
for
that
youths.
That name does have youth in it. That's
They
true.
need development,
And development. That's true. They're probably good people.
right? God. Now I like wonder about all these charity galas I've been to over the when you first move to New York and your friends are all on boards of fucking charity. What the hell is that?
Because young people, you tell them charity or board or gala, they're
Yeah,
on board.
that's
Because it makes
true.
you feel important.
Ugh.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a chance to wear a dress, possibly hook up with a guy, feel like you're doing a good thing,
Yeah.
and you call it a gala. And that's
Right.
fancy. We love it.
I went to when I first moved here, I went to a gala. Oh my God, this was so ridiculous. It was like,
You were pretty excited though, weren't you?
I mean, I was like happy to wear a dress.
There
yeah.
you go. Exactly. That's the whole thing.
It was called, oh my God, what the fuck was it called? It was like something to do with like teaching kids how to play soccer. I was like, so I'm at a charity, like, what?
Which, like, by the way, soccer is the most popular.
Affordable too.
And affordable. And every fucking country, even with lesser income and whatever economic resources, they know.
Yeah, like,
They fucking know how to play soccer.
we're not buying people fucking skis, okay?
No.
Like,
it's not horseback riding.
No. No one's getting their ice skates
No.
from this
You
charity.
basically just threw a ball into the streets and you
Right.
were like, you did it.
How fucking funny is that? I remember like going to this thing and being like, wait, what's the charity? Like, oh my God. Also recently on Real Housewives, because famously this is a Real Housewives podcast. there was a charity event that they did for a charity called Toothless Not Homeless. I was like, that is the worst.
I'm listening. I'm definitely like,
charity
wait,
name
what
I've
are you,
ever heard.
What are you talking about?
Basically, it's like charity dental work for people, which is a good thing, obviously.
So instead of giving them homes, they were like, your teeth are freaking me out. So we're going to fix those and then get back outside.
I mean, honestly, though, have you ever had like a toothache? That shit sucks.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
We got to get these people teeth.
Let's call it medical care then.
Yeah.
God damn it. Maybe we don't limit it to the teeth. What?
Dental Care Association.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Of Los Angeles or whatever the
general health for humans who need help
Right.
in all their body parts.
You can get your tooth pulled if it needs pulling.
Absolutely. Or if you broke your arm, we'll also handle that. We're not going to be like, get the fuck out of here. This is Toothless Not Homeless. Not Broken Arm and Associates.
It's actually homeless, not toothless.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Because they're both homeless. Wait, are they fucking homeless? I don't know who these people are.
Is this just the name of a dentist?
Hold on, I gotta look this up now. Toothless, not homeless. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm sorry.
It's homeless, not toothless.
It's homeless, not toothless. Okay, that makes a little bit more
Makes
sense.
more sense. That makes more sense. All right, we came around. Either way, though, like, there's still... we're fine that you have nowhere to live, but again, your teeth look disgusting to me.
Well, you know, one problem at a time, Laura.
They're like, this is Los Angeles. Your smile's the most important part of your look. Like, how are you going to make it in this business?
That is so funny. Oh,
You're inevitably an aspiring actor, so we got to get that shit fixed.
Oh, did I ever tell you about my dream of being a dentist?
No. Also, that's an attainable dream. Maybe you did. Actually, I feel like because I've already yelled at you about, like, you can do that. Maybe you can go to school.
Well, now it's too late. I can't go to
No, yeah, you're right.
now. But
What is it? 5 whole years?
I could have been a dentist.
You absolutely could have been a dentist. You still can. It would be kind of like a, look at her go. They'd write like an article. They'd be like, she changed her job.
Yeah, from a failing comedian to a fucking dentist. They can make their own hours. It's a great schedule, okay?
It is.
Anyway.
You get like mad props if you have Netflix in your office.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
Like
nice.
any person who's ever liked their dentist has always just been like, I mean, they have TV while you're there.
That's legit. That is legit. I went to a very hot dentist in New York once, and I was like, this is uncomfortable. You're scraping plaque off of my fucking teeth. Like, this is...
Yeah, I'm like, I have a little mustache right
Yeah.
now, and you are in my mouth.
And there's like the bright lights on me.
You are literally looking into my pores.
I always have the black little mustache.
Yeah, you're like, get out of there. Get out.
I remember
I want
time-
a mother. I want a mother only to be
Yeah.
doing my cleanings
Oh, definitely.
and my dental work.
I asked Mark once. I was like, yeah, I don't want to like do anything about the mustache because I don't want it to like grow back more. And he was like, that thing's fucking blown in the wind.
He's like, maybe just go into it.
He's like, mate, there's like stubble. And
What do
I
you
can
think?
see
Grow
it."
back more?
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so this youth development fund.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about what this is.
This is not toothless, not homeless, though.
It's
right?
not toothless, not homeless.
Whatever. You got
Yes,
it.
toothless, not
Or
homeless, not
homeless and toothless.
Jesus Christ, what a terrible name.
It's a bad name.
That's the worst name I've ever heard in my life. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a Tennessee charity. Came in at number 12 in the worst fucking charities. It's been around for 30 years. The past decade, it's raised nearly $30 million from donors by promising to educate children about drug abuse, health, and fitness. About 80% of what's donated each year goes directly to solicitation companies. So I guess just like right back into
Raising more donations.
Right.
Damn.
So most of what's left pays for one thing: scuba diving videos starring the charity's founder and president, Rick Bowen. I feel like sometimes when I do my notes, I just sort of like glaze over some parts of it, and then when I read it out loud on the podcast, I'm like, oh, wait, oh!
You're also learning it for the first
Yeah,
time.
I'm
You're
like,
just like,
whoa.
holy shit. What? The gall, the boldness of that man to just be like, I'm also going to star in a scuba diving video for youth at need.
That kind
On
of
fitness?
I mean, it reminds me of the Fast CEO. of just being like, this has nothing to do with anything, but you're gonna watch me rip these donuts.
I just kind of want to do this.
I just want to do this and like have a company.
I don't know. It feels like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take people who think they're doing good things with their money, and instead they're just paying for me to have like catering service at the shoot while I'm in a scuba diving, when I'm a Speedo awkwardly standing next to scuba diving gear. And everyone's like, why is our CEO doing this right now?
Nobody knows. Okay.
I wish we had that video.
I know. I guess we could probably get it.
Probably not.
Okay. So Bowen's charity pays for his own for-profit production company about $200,000 a year to make the videos. My God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? Where's the IRS when you need them? I don't understand. Is someone not in charge? I'm like, I feel like we're cracking cases right now. I'm like, we should call someone, May.
There's more. Then the charity pays to air Rick Bowen deep sea diving on a local Knoxville station.
So he's just going fishing.
Yeah. Wait, there's more. The program makes no mention at all of the Youth Development Fund. So it's just a video of him scuba diving.
People work at this company.
Yeah.
They think they're doing a good thing. Or maybe they're just in on it.
Maybe they're
How
in on it.
uninspired would you be at work if you were just like, wait, what? Like, he just made a video of him scuba diving with the company's money, and that's the deliverable for the year.
Right. And it's not like, hey, kids, don't shoot heroin. It's just like, I'm going to scuba
and
dive.
then, like, he just, like, drops out off the boat. He just rolls backward. Hey, stop eating bagels. They're actually bad for you.
Bagels.
I don't know. No, bagels are okay.
Well,
they're carby.
They're carby. We're not, you won't catch us eating bagels. Let me tell you something.
Unless I'm hungover.
Yeah. People are going to comment, you guys must be hungover all the time, fucking bagel eaters.
You're right.
Yeah,
I want to hear it out of you.
Right.
I want to hear it, though.
That's true. Okay. In its IRS tax filings, the charity reports that its programming reaches an estimated audience of $1.3 million. But according to the station manager at the Knoxville station, the show only attracts about 3,600 viewers a week.
That is not enough viewers to get $1.3 million.
No, to get 1.3 million audience members throughout the...
I was like, it's like a Patreon situation?
I don't know what the fuck's happening. No, it's on public access, I think. Public cable. Yeah.
Oh, so they... Oh, God. The IRS is stupid. I'm angry with them.
Yeah, it's insane.
Stop calling us. Call them.
Do you get calls from the IRS?
No. If I do, though, I'm going to be like, I actually have a number for you. This guy's scuba diving. You should go talk to him. I will talk to you, but you have to talk to him first.
Oh, madon. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Bowen, who runs the charity out of his condo, he declined to be interviewed. He defended the practice of hiring his own company with the public's donations. And he goes, we just happened to be the lowest bidder, he said. Okay.
For a service you didn't need.
At all. You
no.
You certainly do not need you scuba diving with no context at all to put on Knoxville public access radio.
We got a good price.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you doing? I was only available through this company, and I gave him a good price.
I gave him a good price.
They're like, I mean, how can you argue with that? The guy got a deal.
He did get a deal.
It was on sale. You never needed it.
So some charities you have heard of, or maybe have, or definitely probably have heard of. So
are you gonna ruin real charities for me now?
Yes, I'm gonna ruin the Red Cross real quick.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no. That's a big one.
I know.
Oh shit.
They made some mistakes. They're not
okay. I can understand if they're big enough like that. Like, I'm sure things got squirrely on occasion.
Totally. But first, we're gonna start with the American Breast Cancer Foundation.
That's another big one.
Another big one. So it paid Joseph Wolf's telemarketing company to generate donations. His mother, Phyllis Wolf, had founded the Baltimore-based charity. So I think it's like a smaller offshoot of the big one, or maybe it's one of these ones that lying and making like a really mimicky name.
Oh, maybe.
And was its president until she was forced to resign in 2010. While she ran the charity, her son's company, Nonprofit Promotions, collected $18 million in telemarketing fees.
Okay, so that sounds like a conflict of interest kind of scenario where, like, technically if you're in the business, and I can understand maybe your kid gets in like a related business.
Right. It's like, I'll
But
give you
it's-
my business.
But like you really, that's why they have really intense RFPs and stuff like that. And
Right.
like, if anytime you do business with like the government, and the nonprofits should be kind of treated like the government, it feels like.
Yeah, it does.
Like the bidding and stuff like that, and everything
Right.
being public.
Yeah. Oh, I hate putting together RFPs.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes. I'm like, let's skip that. Let's never do them. But they always want them.
They always want them.
Such
I'm
a
like,
pain in the ass.
go away. They're, oh my God.
So much paperwork.
So much
filling out the
paperwork. I
forms.
just want to write an email and then send over a DocuSign.
Yeah, I want to send a little screenshot and just be like, that's the price.
Yeah, give me a fucking DocuSign.
It's a low price though, right? What do you think? You respond back, okay.
RFPs, man.
Skip 'em.
Disaster. Okay. So we're going to talk about the Red Cross, and there was a big scandal around their Haiti funds. So obviously you probably remember there was an earthquake that leveled Haiti in 2010.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
I think that everyone was like, where's Haiti?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I remember
2010 collectively, the entire world was like, what? Where
I
is that?
learned what Haiti was in 2010.
2010.
So anyway, so millions of people obviously donated to the American Red Cross, and the charity raised almost $500 million. It was one of the most successful fundraising efforts ever.
Yeah.
So they vowed to help Haitians rebuild, but after 5 years, the Red Cross's legacy in Haiti is not new roads or schools or hundreds of new homes. It's difficult to know where all the money went.
Oh, is this like a Fire Fest kind of scenario?
Sorta.
Where they were like, okay.
So NPR, our friends at NPR,
Our friends at NPR.
and some place
Good
called
voice.
ProPublica, which I don't know what the fuck that is.
I think it's another like
Okay.
journalism group
Yeah.
where they do like research and real
yeah,
shit.
whatever. And they like uncover things.
Yeah. Like, get to the fucking truth.
And tell things that are like accurate.
Yeah.
Or like read their research before they do it on a podcast or whatever. Dorks.
But mostly they speak like this. I'm
Yeah.
Ira Glass.
I saw a really we also
It
are a
doesn't-
podcast about TikToks.
Yes.
I saw a TikTok that did the corn song but in NPR voice. It was
Oh.
amazing. It was so funny.
Corn.
It's corn. It's a big lump of knobs. It has the juice. It was so
it has
good.
the juice.
Yeah. What a great tune.
Matt weirdly loves it.
I
It's
love
so
it.
funny.
Do you love it
I
too?
love it, but I'm like he keeps singing it. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good. He doesn't like TikTok. Like he hates it actually.
I actually saw that somebody made like a remix to the corn song as like a wedding intro, and I was like, and it was really good.
That's actually
really good. And I was like,
fun.
damn, TikTok knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's an option.
It's an option.
It's not too late, man.
If there's a piano there, they can definitely do that.
Yeah.
It has the juice. It was great. It was so good. Okay.
You should check this out if you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother explaining it because my IQ will drop.
There are some people that are like probably like, what
The fuck is she talking about?
on earth are you saying?
Just look up It Has the Juice.
yeah.
TikTok.
So anyway, NPR went in search of the nearly $50 million and found a string of poorly managed projects, questionable spending, and dubious claims of success, according to a review of hundreds of pages of the charity's internal documents and emails, as well as interviews with a dozen current and former officials. So the Red Cross says it's provided homes to more than 130,000 people, but the number of permanent homes the charity has built is 6.
No. That's not even close.
So basically what they're saying that the homes are just like these temporary shelters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these little tents. They're like, we went to REI.
Right.
We got you all tents.
To be fair, that is pretty expensive.
That'd actually be pretty nice.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds like they just did a bad job and then tried to cover their ass for doing a
Right.
bad job rather than like going in with just no intention of doing good whatsoever.
Yeah. No, I do think that they went in with the intention of doing good. Yeah,
And
they
were
just did
like,
a shitty job.
But it's hard.
Right.
We didn't know it was gonna be that hard. Sorry.
So apparently if you ask a lot of Haitians, even the country's former prime minister, they will be like, we have no idea where the fuck the money went. Because the prime minister at the time, he was like, $500 million in Haiti is a fuckload of money. That's a
bet.
direct quote. And and he goes, I'm not a big mathematician or anything, but I can make some additions, and it doesn't add up for me. Listen, that's pretty quick-witted.
Was that
was
a direct quote?
That last part was a direct quote.
Also,
the other thing was not.
Yeah, I mean, $500 million. Haiti's not a big country.
No, it's not.
You could probably
$500
kind of get close to buying a lot of the available land there for that.
Yeah,
if not all of it.
Exactly.
Maybe don't come at me, Haiti defenders. I don't know.
Right. Apparently,
the prime minister fucking agrees. I don't know what to tell you.
So they consider the Red Cross's claim on its website and press releases that all the money went to help 4.5 million Haitians get, quote, back on their feet. He goes, that's not possible. We don't have that population in the area affected by the earthquake.
What the hell is going on? Where's the IRS?
I don't know.
Call the Red Cross.
Call the Red Cross.
Who is calling them?
It's pretty
be like, hey
insane.
guys, this is really embarrassing.
I don't get it. It's very weird. So apparently it's not unheard of for the Red Cross to make such a claim, though. Not long ago, the charity hired a group of consultants to review one of its projects in the north of the country, and they found that the charity's math was unreliable when it came to counting people it helped. There was double counting, undercounting, and in one instance, the Red Cross claimed to have helped more people than actually lived there.
Okay, hear me out. People working at the Red Cross, not big math people.
I guess not.
They're not engineers. They're not cranking away at the arithmetic. They're just like, listen, we're bad at counting. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry about it.
The only thing they have is just one of those like tickers that like a bouncer has. To
they're just like, we're going really fast.
Yeah.
It's really hard. This is probably not the best way to do this.
Just like don't brag so much about things that just aren't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I can just imagine that their marketing team just got like really liberal with
Yeah.
like a couple spreadsheets. You know
people
what I mean?
they're like, nobody even fucking knows where Haiti is, so we can just go nuts,
yeah, like
guys.
this doesn't matter.
4.5 mil, sure.
Sounds great. Looks
all right.
better.
So ProPublica put up a few disturbing facts about the Red Cross.
Disturbing facts.
Oh, yeah. Pretty bad. So, children apparently were sheltered next to sex offenders. So that's not great.
It's not great, but I will be honest. You don't know they're sex offenders out the gate. But did they end up knowing it?
But unrelated adults were showering with children.
That's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
I'm trying to I'm like, do you see me trying to do mental gymnastics to be like, okay, well, hear them out.
Yeah. So during Hurricane Katrina, Mark went like back home to like help or whatever.
Yeah.
And because his family went to like they have like at the time they had a second house in Mississippi, so they went up there and then they went back, and so he was helping at the Superdome, and his job.
Oh wow, good on him.
Yeah, I think it'd like be a total piece of shit to be from New Orleans and not go back and like help people that were affected, though, don't you think? Anyway, so then I'm sure his parents
Never mind.
do it.
He is a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
I'm like trying to be like, oh, nice guy, and
I'm like,
no.
That would be insane if he didn't go. I was certainly not going to go, but that would be insane
Absolutely
if he didn't
not.
go. So his job there, somebody like linked him up with this old guy to like wipe his butt and like put on his diaper and stuff. And Mark was like, who's the person that was doing this before? Like,
yeah, what?
Because he was like, did they get separated from their family or something? Like, because he was like, who? Like, obviously someone else was doing this before.
He's like, I finally have a clean ass. This
Right.
hurricane's not half bad.
And he's like, I can't be in the fucking soup line or whatever, just like handing out gumbo. I have to be wiping this fucking dude's ass. Or it was something egregious like that. Like he was like the specific like super old guy's caretaker, and he was like, I'm not a nurse. I'm like, however old he was at that time. Like,
do you think someone just thought it'd be
he's
really
22
funny
or something?
They were like, this young kid, the only thing he's qualified in this entire Superdome to do is to wipe this guy's ass,
and change his diaper, and like wheel him around.
It's great.
It was insane. Like, that's an insane thing. Apparently, in the Superdome, there was like shitloads of like rapes and stuff.
I know. I remember seeing the news, and it was like, listen, I don't know. Hot take. Not a good situation. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. I wouldn't recommend.
People did not like it.
No. Also, do you think it's like when they build football stadiums now, they're kind of like,
maybe
this is our back? I mean, like maybe put a couple extra bathrooms.
Yeah. Because
it seems to always be the sports arenas.
That makes sense. Or and
makes
also like high
complete sense,
school
but,
gyms and stuff.
Do you think that they're like, when they're designing them, they're like, I mean, it's an appendix, but we're certainly going to keep a couple notes on if this had to be converted.
I wonder if they can get some sort of grant from the government if they're like, listen, if this can also be used as like a bomb shelter or whatever,
right?
Like, can you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll get some aluminum, not the
I guess
shitty
a bomb
version.
shelter wouldn't be above ground.
It's true. It's true.
But, you know, a shelter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Like,
just be sitting ducks at Yankee Stadium.
yeah. Perfect.
So.
Oh, yeah, it's outdoors. Whoops.
Alrighty.
I watch a lot of sports.
Yeah. Next disturbing fact. Okay. The Red Cross took emergency vehicles away from aid work and used them as props at press events.
Well, you do have to look good on the news.
You got to look good on the news.
Look good on the news. Okay, that's not great, but I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Apparently, also, while the storm victims were going hungry, there was 35,000 Danishes that were thrown out because they didn't know where to deliver them.
Okay, ProPublica has some weird facts.
So specific to 35,000 Danishes.
Danishes. What? Also, why do you know that? And if you do, like, why didn't you stop it?
I think this is after the fact,
Okay.
I guess.
Sorry. Never mind.
Disabled
I'll never make it in
victims
this world.
were stuck sleeping in wheelchairs for days. That sucks.
That does suck.
The Red Cross didn't have any batteries to give out with flashlights.
That's just poor planning.
That's poor planning.
I'm sure they wanted some.
They did, however, supply meals that included pork to a Jewish retirement home.
Again, poor planning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. And it wasn't just Sandy. The Red Cross dispatched 80 emergency response vehicles after Hurricane Isaac, but they were nearly empty. So I don't really know.
Like they didn't have any supplies or something
I guess
like
so,
that.
yeah.
It sounds like the Red Cross be fucking up.
They be fucking up.
Yep.
They definitely be fucking up. Yeah, so that's a few of the main like scandals that I found. There were some bigger ones, like we said, like the Panama Papers and stuff like that, but I just did not have the bandwidth today.
No,
honestly.
that's its own podcast.
That's
probably
podcast.
its own like full podcast series.
Yeah.
But we'll do it in an episode half-assed.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it.
Wicked half-assed.
Mm-hmm.
Inaccurate.
Unless it's about Elon Musk, in which it's going to be painstakingly detailed. Everything will be captured.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this one guy who was just like a total wild card because I saw some people, like there was like a few like villains within this world. And this guy's name is John Donald Cody, a.k.a. Bobby Thompson.
That's not even remotely the same name.
Two different names.
Two completely different names. Oh, okay, so he had a complete pseudonym.
Yeah.
That wasn't like his nickname?
No. So a man who assumed the stolen identity of Bobby Thompson disappeared June 2010 and went on the lam with a nationwide warrant for his arrest for crimes including corruption, theft, and money laundering associated with a sham charity, the United States Navy Veterans Association, which sounds super legit. Thompson had gained credibility for his organization and donors' trust by claiming that he and the other charity officers were ex-military men and that the USNVA had been in operation since 1927 with dozens of local chapters throughout the U.S. The charity's website boasted of 66,000 members, quote unquote, cited substantial contributions from non-existent foundations and featured thank you notes from soldiers that they said that they helped. So in an in-depth investigation conducted by the St. Petersburg Times, all these like little papers are really going for it.
Also, St. Petersburg is like Tampa once again.
Yeah.
That's the same fucking spot.
There's just like someone who's ping-ponging back and forth between, they're like, I got a story.
He got fired from Tampa and he was like, listen, I'm not done with this story.
So anyway, they exposed USNVA to be virtually a one-man operation run out of a Florida duplex by an unidentified man with no record of military service. That's fucked.
Oh my God. That's stolen valor, like on steroids.
On steroids.
Whoa. The balls on this guy.
I know.
You're going to get shot, man.
I know.
Gonna get shot.
So by the time that Thompson's deception was uncovered, he had already succeeded in bilking donors out of nearly $100 million over a 7-year period. Fuck.
Wow.
I know. Thompson's con extended beyond charity fraud to influencing legislation. What?
Damn, this guy sounds... Go work for a real company.
I know.
Once again, like, it sounds like you're pretty good at working.
Yeah, you're smart. So he hired a lobbyist to persuade Senator Pastor Ticer to sponsor a Virginia state law exempting certain veteran groups like the USNVA from registration that discloses financial activities and other information for public scrutiny. How is that legal?
We need to talk about... We have a couple, like, really big areas that we still need to cover for sure.
Yeah.
Lobbyists
Lobbyists would be insane.
Lobbyists we need to discuss at some point, because how that is a thing that is allowed, I cannot wrap my mind around.
Me neither. It's crazy. I've seen the show Vice.
We will watch the show Vice, and
I
will
mean
get back
Veep,
to
not
you.
Veep.
Yeah,
Veep.
Veep. Oh, yes.
Yeah. What is Vice? Oh, that's
I
just the
don't know. That's
Vice
a
magazine. Yeah.
I've seen it. I was like, maybe it's a show. I don't know.
No.
Once again, I
no.
didn't have TV, so
I did start watching The Boys. Quick interject. It's an amazing show.
it's really good,
Yeah.
right?
It makes no sense that it's called The Boys, by the way.
Yeah, I don't actually know why it's called
I don't
The
know
Boys,
why
because
it's
there's
called The
plenty
Boys.
of female characters.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
Oh, no, wait, I do know. It's because
it's based on an old thing. or
no,
something?
those three, the group of boys that are hunting them.
Oh,
it's
oh,
that
okay,
they're
okay.
like the boys.
Yeah.
Go watch this great show.
It's a great show. Okay, great. So anyway, Senator Ticer agreed to sponsor the bill like a fucking... He's probably a piece of shit. And
Right, of course he is.
I mean, he's a
most I'm sure there's a
Florida
couple
senators.
Florida senator, yeah, real sharpshooters down there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not going to potentially ruin our country.
No. And by the time that she became aware of the serious problems at USNVA, it was too late to prevent it from becoming law. Oh my God. So Thompson also contributed $67,500 to Virginia politicians. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
So after the scandal broke, all of them eventually agreed to donate those monies to other veteran charities. It's like, man, give them to a veteran. Like,
Also, like,
specifically.
can we get the legislation overturned? What?
I don't know.
That got influenced by this? Hello?
I guess. I don't really know. So anyway, so Thompson
Politics,
disappeared.
the biggest business of them all.
It really is. Just as several states began investigating him, so with Ohio's Attorney General taking the lead. And in October of 2010, an Ohio grand jury indicted Thompson and Blanca, which is a former citrus processing plant employee who had signed registration plate papers. What is going on in this sentence?
Okay, first of all, citrus processing plant. Was she pick oranges? Was Blanca an orange picker?
I mean, I guess she like worked at an orange, like Tropicana or some
she
shit.
has one name, Blanca. Like,
Blanca
was she an immigrant?
Contreras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was just trying to process what the fuck.
So he was paired up with Blanca, and they ran this. That also should be a TV show.
I do not understand. So anyway, she was arrested.
Blanca takes Washington.
And she pled guilty to charges including corruption, theft, and money laundering. And she's currently serving a 5-year sentence in Ohio.
5 years isn't even that. That's not
I
long
know,
enough.
It's not long enough. And according to a press release from the Ohio AG, the state won a default judgment for $3.7 million plus attorney fees from USNVA, having proved the organization had falsely claimed to raise money for U.S. veterans causes when in reality very little money ever went to help veterans. I'm like, yeah, but how is that different than any of the other charities
That's
that we
true.
talked about today?
Well, I think they're just like veterans. We actually take that shit very seriously.
I know. So
Sick kids. Who cares?
who cares? Yeah.
Whatever.
That's
Cancer. They're not going to call us later on. They're going to be... Okay.
we get it. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they're dead.
That's the joke. Yeah. Is that they're going to be dead? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because, like, that's what happened. Okay.
Right.
Now we're sad.
Okay, so 2013, Bobby Thompson was captured in Portland, Oregon. He was on the run for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And after his arrest, authorities found numerous fraudulent IDs in his possession, as well as a suitcase with almost $1 million worth of cash. And he later admitted that his real name is John Donald Cody. Mr. Cody had been described as a Harvard-educated lawyer and a former Army intelligence officer. So in November of 2013, an Ohio court convicted him on 23 counts, including stealing, identity theft, money laundering, and record tampering.
Wait, hold on. So that's true. He went to Harvard? Like, he was
Yeah.
a Harvard educated... So
I guess.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Harvard,
he's a smart dude.
check your man.
Yeah.
What
he just
the
has,
fuck?
They gotta have like people that smart. I feel like they need to have like morality classes. I'm sure they have like ethics classes, but
they do have those there. And apparently they need to do, the IRS needs to call those guys too.
I guess so.
IRS is responsible for everyone's getting their shit together. Damn, but that does explain why he was so good at this. Because I was like, this guy sounds pretty like impactful.
I know.
Like, really effective.
Yeah.
And evil.
Super, super evil. He received a 28-year prison sentence. That's more
That's
like
more
it.
like it.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
him in there.
In an interview with Reuters, Charity Watch president, there is like some like, checks and balances. And one of them is called Charity Watch. They like look over all the charities and make sure they're doing the right thing. They're doing a bad job.
Yeah. What the hell? Who's watching the charity
yeah.
watch?
Who's watching the watchers?
No one's watching the watchers.
But anyway, this guy, Daniel Borochoff, said no one has ever made a bigger mockery of veterans, politicians, and charity as Bobby Thompson did. Well, that's true.
He probably also, though, to be fair, kind of pointed out some flaws in the system. Like, it sounds like he, like that kind of shit shouldn't be able to fly.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. He was able to manipulate this to a degree that is crazy.
Right. No, it's insane. Yeah, he should just, like...
I mean,
he should be
still
like
go to jail.
consulting. He should go to jail, but he should like get special treatment in exchange for consulting on how to
improve the charity system.
Right.
That would be great.
How to
But
stop
he's
people from doing what he did.
Evil man.
I know.
I guess.
I was going to share one more person, but honestly, basically the gist of it is he had a charity for homeless youths and he diddled them. So we'll just skip over that one.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah. And we'll end it on a high note there.
Yes.
What do you think?
I am going to very, very confidently not give money to charity.
I know. So I was doing, Ben and I, for the longest time with our Saturday show, we were like raising money for abortion aids.
Yeah.
And
great.
I had the hardest time like finding which ones were legit because you don't know. And I was like, I'm not just going to fork over all this money to like some random thing and then get rooked. So it was like,
did you go on some of those websites where they like did the review and like?
Yeah. So I went on like the Charity Watch will have like a star rating.
Okay.
For each charity, and basically what the star rating is in relation to is like how much of the proceeds actually go to the cause, because obviously they have to pay like salaries and shit.
Yeah.
And then I think I just did like extensive Googling to make sure that I didn't fucking fuck anything up.
Good for you.
Because I don't know. I don't want to like
Yeah.
give these fucking assholes my money.
Absolutely. You don't want the father who's diddling kids to
Right.
get the money from your comedy show at the
From my
cover.
I love how I also go all this money. It's
I
like
know. Yeah, like
$200.
Exactly.
Listen, it was something.
That is something. That's better than what I will be giving, which is nothing. Because
Yeah.
it's going to go to kids being diddled.
Yeah.
Which actually would be a good charity. The kids who were diddled afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards.
He's like, we're making the victims who need the help.
No.
So
Yeah, that's talk about a cycle.
yeah, there you go.
Keep them in the system, you know?
Got to keep yourself in business.
That's a
just kidding.
great
I will give
ROI.
money to charities, but if you know any good ones, let us know.
Yeah, I guess.
We need some shout outs for good ones. That'd be a good one. Okay.
Apparently the fucking Red Cross is even a piece of shit.
It sounds like the Red Cross, I really took away that they were just bad at
They're just inflating
being a job.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
They were just like, this is harder than we thought, and we don't want to admit that we're bad at it.
They were more so like PR agencies for themselves than
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah.
But I don't know. We know how marketing works. You got to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta move
Speaking of marketing, please tell your friends
true.
about this podcast. Please tell anyone you know to like and subscribe.
Yes, literally.
Leave a positive review.
Leave a negative review. Still tell your friends.
Write mean comments. Write nice comments.
Yeah.
Share.
We appreciate it.
Save. Follow us on
because-
Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. Yeah, we will send all the links in the description, and we'll be back next week talking about, I don't know yet.
Okay, we'll find out.
Come back. It won't be Elon. I've sworn I'm taking a couple months break
Yeah.
until he goes to the Twitter trial, but then we'll be back. Don't
Oh,
worry.
that'll be fun. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be back. Don't you worry.
All
All right, bye.
Bye.